Good evening. Thanks for joining us. A new court ruling is fueling controversy around Aboriginal title and private land ownership. The government and opposition are once again at odds over the implications, with British Columbians trying to figure out how it impacts them. Our Legislative Bureau Chief Rob Buffum explains.
It was heralded as a breakthrough deal. Last spring, the province recognizing Aboriginal title to Haida Gwaii with ceremony and legislation. The deal affirmed by the BC Supreme Court last Friday. But the opposition Conservatives say the agreement and subsequent court order raised serious concerns about private property rights.
Private property rights are not protected by our Constitution, whereas Indigenous rights are. We are seeing today a tremendous amount of instability and uncertainty because people do not no longer know what your private property rights are in British Columbia.
The landmark deal grants Aboriginal title to the whole of Haida Gwaii, but explicitly spells out fee simple private property remains intact, as does public infrastructure. The NDP and Haida Gwaii call Rustad's concerns fear-mongering and say the agreement actually provides clarity about private property.
I think it is dangerous to stoke that fear in the public. Indigenous people have been more than accommodating.
Making an agreement with Haida is about creating certainty here on Haida Gwaii, and that's for private property owners, that's for business owners, that's for the Haida themselves, that's for everybody.
The case comes on the heels of the controversial Cowichan Tribes decision last month that recognized the coexistence of Aboriginal title and private property and called Aboriginal title senior. The province is appealing, noting the uncertainty raised by the decision. Rustad says the coexistence of the two rights here, despite the language of the agreement, raises concerns down the road because Aboriginal title is a constitutional right and fee simple isn't.
Yes, we have an agreement, but I would suspect that if a future Haida nation, Haida government, decided to back away from that, claiming that their Indigenous rights under the Constitution override private property rights, I suspect they would win that case.
The Haida Nation is honorable. We're honoring our agreements. We're honoring our commitments to the people that we live together with on Haida Gwaii.
Rob Buffum joins us live from Victoria. Rob, it's unlikely this will be the last we hear on this issue.
Well, that's right, Mijung. I think we'll probably hear about these issues a lot this fall. They return here to the legislature for the fall session on October 6th, and Aboriginal title and reconciliation will undoubtedly be heated and potentially contentious issues. Mijung.
Thank you, Rob.